Yo, 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 it's your boy David E, aka David L. Patron, and I would like to welcome you guys to his Up From Here podcast. And I got my good friend here with me today. His name is James Cozy, guys. And Mr. Cozy, can you kind of get him an insight on who you are and exactly what you do?
Yeah, sure. My name is James Cozy Jr. I'm actually the president and director of Transforming Community Action Program, TCAP for short. And what we're a nonprofit organization. We work with families to help empower families and inspire today's youth. That's what we do. We provide programs and activities for the youth.
That's perfect, Mr. Cozy. So how did you find a connection between dog training and martial arts, and what inspires you to combine these two disciplines?
Well, with the dogs, I seem to have a very good connection. Back in the days when I was really wilding out there real bad in the streets of New Orleans, I had found this stray pit bull named, and I named him Bolo. And this dog and I connect so much. And what happened was, I felt the connection of a bond. I was confused and lost in the world of community of drugs and alcohol.
Okay.
This dog seemed to give me a sense of purpose to want to get my life together. That's exactly what happened. I looked at the dog one day and realized if I don't get it together, I'm going to wind up dead or in penitentiary.
Man, that's actually pretty cool, man. And Mr. Cozy actually trained my German Shepherd, and I brought one of my dogs from him too as well, which he's a beautiful dog trainer, guys. He has a lot of things that he's into, and he's helped the community with as far as dog training. And I think that it's a beautiful program, man. So tell us about your youth program, and how do you integrate martial arts and dog training to benefit the community, especially for the younger participants?
Yeah, to add on to the question you asked, the previous questions, the martial arts and dog training, they kind of like work hand in hand to me, because there are benefits in working with dogs: the bonding, the connection, the teamwork, the problem solving, dealing with aggression, and with human life, and dealing with anger.
Okay.
So the dog training for me, when you take a dog and you find out, one, what that dog interest is, what that dog engage in, can I teach that dog a skill? Can I keep that dog engaged? And am I satisfied with the outcome? Well, I look at life the same way with the martial arts. Since martial arts teaches basic fundamentals, mental focus, discipline, social and emotional learning, those are the tools and the things we need to actually survive in this life.
Right.
And that's how I kind of put the two hand in hand.
Right. So how do you approach training dogs differently when working with the community setting, and such as youth programs, and compared to individual clients?
Well, that's a good question. The comparison is this. When the young people are out there in the community, they're looking for something to attach to, something to belong to,
right? Something
to feel important about. So when you connect that person with a dog, there's a sense of connection, a sense of relationship, a sense of bonding, and you get him. And when you give them the tools on how to work with a dog, whether it's obedience, tracking, protection, they're learning the skill plus empowering themselves while teaching the dog.
Right. And
it shifts the whole focus. It's about really shifting the focus, a paradigm shift.
Okay, so what type of dogs do you specialize in? Like, what are your main focus in when it comes to dog training, and what type of trainers are you teaching these dogs?
Oh, my specialty is working dogs. I like the working dog training. Meaning is training the dog to do a specific job.
Right.
That's what a working dog is to me. Whether it's a service dog, whether it's a protection dog, whether it's a security dog, whether it's a military dog, police dog, sport dog. So training the dog for a specific task or a job.
Okay.
That's how I relate to that.
Okay, so have you encountered any memorable or challenging moments where your expertise in both dog training and martial arts played a crucial role in handling a situation?
Yeah, I would say two. One, in dealing with let's start with the martial arts. The martial arts, I actually got jumped before. I got jumped four on one, and it was kind of a setup. The female distracted me and pepper sprayed me, and the guys jumped me. Okay. We had just been training in martial arts with blindfolds on, and the dog for about a month. And we were training 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. And when the situation did happen, it was frightening. I'm gonna tell you, it didn't surprise me. But then training kicks in.
Okay.
Even though I couldn't see the suspects on me, the touch and go technique saved my life. I was able to subdue 4 people. Of course, it wound up being a legal issue after a while, which I did win the legal issue because there was an organized crime group.
Okay.
So that was the martial arts piece. The dog is the same way. I had a situation where I was at a park in Riverside, California, and it's probably about maybe 5 or 6 in the morning, and these guys came to rob me. And just so happened I had this dog named Nitro. I got this dog straight out of Compton. A good buddy of mine had given me this dog. Anyway, the guy came up, he said, "Give it up, OG." And so when and it caught me off guard, I said, "Look," I said, "I don't know about you. I'm gonna walk away from this, but you may not."
Right.
The dog kicked in the gear, went into high alert, and the female that he was with pulled them away from us. But the dog was really on point. So I believe the dog prevented me from being robbed or possibly shot or really causing harm to somebody else.
Okay.
That's real life situation. That's what made me like working dogs even more so.
So with your full on full thing that you just talked about, when you got into that altercation, how did you solve it, and when did you know to get into martial art mode?
It was an instinct, because training in a real situation, you're gonna react the way you train.
Right.
If you've really been trained properly. If you've been trained properly, your training gonna prepare you for real life situations. Now in that instant, you may get surprised, may get startled, and fear may even grip you. But the reality is something gonna kick in, that training gonna kick in. And for me, it's like the dog, the training kicked in. So consistency is the key.
Okay.
I don't look for trouble, don't want no trouble. But I want to be prepared just for whatever. And let me make a point. I don't teach or practice martial arts for fighting.
Okay.
Not that I can't fight, it's that's not my first objective. My biggest battle is with me.
Right.
The mental part. Martial arts is more about the mental focus more than anything. Physical development and self-defense. Now, if I have to? Yeah, sure. I will shift gears if I have to. You got to be battle ready. That's just a fact.
Right.
I'm not looking for the battle, but just in case.
So, martial artists, and I know there's a such thing as belts. I don't know exactly how the belt thing works. So, where are you in that aspect? Are you like one of the top belt holders?
Yeah, I have 3 black belts. I have a 5th degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. I have a 8th degree black belt in Kempo, and I have a 5th degree black belt in Transcendental Karate.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm a grandmaster in Kuru Bushikai Karate Do Kempo, and out of the great late grandmaster Ferdinand T.B. Gord, I got to give him his props. That's why I got my grandmaster's degree from.
So can you kind of give us a history of that?
Oh yeah, I actually got in karate for the wrong reason.
Okay.
My sister was taking karate classes at the WYMCA on Dry Street, and I was probably in the 6th grade, and I started picking on. We was at the laundromat, and I'm picking on and picking on. And she said, "You better stop before I hurt you." I said, "I'm your brother. You can't hurt me, And showing up, I went to push her. She grabbed my arm and flipped me with a karate flip into this iron garbage can. And my right kneecap hit the rim of the can, and I broke my knee.
Okay.
So I had to wind up wearing a cast. I was in 6th grade. I wore a cast from my thigh to my ankle for about almost 4 or 5 months. And I used to lay up there thinking, boy, I'm going to get her back. Man, I'm going to take karate, and I'm going to break both of her legs. Well, that never did happen. Me and my sister is close and tight to this day.
Okay.
But then my dad put me in a karate school up on Dry Street. It was under Mr. Wayne Curtis. It was Wing Chun.
Okay.
And that was my first experience. I probably was about maybe 14, 15 years old. And he put me in karate because I had anger issues. So he figured I'm going to learn how to be disciplined and deal with my anger issue. Lo and behold, 2 months after I joined, the gentleman, Wayne Curtis, get killed up in Atlanta.
Okay.
So that killed the karate spell. But I always kept hearing about this man, Ferdinand Bigard, who was one of the hardest karate instructors in Louisiana. So I knew of him, but I was scared of him, So I heard all these stories about him, right? And he was teaching at the Desire Community Center, and he had the Dream Team. They would travel all over competing in competitions. I would read about him in the newspaper. So one day I signed myself up in Michael Neal's karate school up on Oak Street, right off Carrollton Avenue. And I had started competing, doing tournaments. I started winning tournaments, and I was doing kata and fighting. And one night, the man I've been fearing all these years walked into the school.
Wow.
Ferdinand, great grandmaster Ferdinand B. Gard, walked into the school, and he just sat down. Boy, my heart dropped because I saw him through the reflection of the mirror. Because I always feared the man.
Okay.
So I just thought I was doing everything to avoid it. I was picking up the trash off the floor, wiping the windows, and he made a statement. He said, "I'll still be here when you finish." Boy, I just swallowed. I didn't know what the man wanted, and then the man I avoided all my life pretty much, and all he said was, "You hungry? Let's go get something to eat." And he took me to Wendy's on Carrollton Avenue, and right there we sat down. Wendy's was about to close. We closed Wendy's that night. He said, "You ever heard of the Dream Team?" I said, "Oh yeah, everybody heard of the Dream Team. Them boys were knocking people out in tournaments."
Right.
You know. He said, "Okay, good." So when Wendy's closed about 10 o'clock, he took me to Desire Community Center at 10 o'clock at night in the Desire Housing Project.
Okay.
We went in the community center, and them boys, the Dream Team, was training late at night.
Oh, wow.
Man, they were getting it in. He said, "Go put your gi back on." And that night, he made me spar. And boy, I got banged up that night. I ain't gonna tell you who beat me, but you'll never beat me again. Anyway. But it was a great experience. Me and him connected. I joined the Dream Team, started competing under Grandmaster B. Gard. And then I wound up opening a school on Broad and Banks called the Transformers Karate Studio, where I trained my own team, and we started competing and doing local, state, and regional tournaments.
Okay.
And that was my greatest experience. Grandmaster B. Gard sowed that seed. And today, I serve as the chief examiner for Kubushi Kai Karate Do Kempo in honor of great Grandmaster Ferdinand B. Gard.
Man, that's a beautiful thing, Mr. Cozy. So what advice do you have for someone interested in incorporating martial arts principles into their dog training methods and our community programs?
Nice. I would say to incorporate the principle of one, social and emotional learning is first. You know, the social environment, emotional management. A lot of decisions we make, a lot of situations in our life, a lot of problems that we face, the pressure we face, they don't go away. But if we handle it in the wrong way, we don't control our anger. We got a short fuse. We put hands on the wrong people. All right. So the principle of self-control is important.
Okay.
The principle of mental focus, the principle of emotional management, and the principle of a social environment. You have to know how to control yourself. And that goes with dog training and anything else. With the dog training, sure, the benefits are there. The benefits of teamwork, problem solving, anger management, controlling aggression, and then not only that, executing exercises, learning new skills and exercises for life. That's a principle. One of the really strong foundation of martial arts principle that I try to stand on is truth. Be real with yourself.
Be real with yourself.
You gotta know where you at.
That's
You gotta know
definitely
what your struggles is, what your strengths are.
That's
real
true.
martial arts to me. Because martial means warrior or warrior-like. And art means skill. So we practice martial arts to develop a warrior-like spirit, to be a martial father, a martial husband, a martial businessman, a strong warrior businessman, husband, whatever. So that's one of the first main principles. Learn to be martial. And art means skills. Don't stop learning.
That's a beautiful thing, y'all. And I actually did train with Mr. Cozy. Dog training and martial arts training, and he is incredible, y'all.
He being modest. He talented, yeah. This guy got some natural ability. He just being modest right now. He trying to shine a line on me, but very impressive young man right there. Him and his family.
Yeah, man, I highly appreciate that, Mr. Cozy. So if somebody wanted to get in contact with you or, inquire about martial arts or dog training, what do they have to do?
Yeah, you can actually call me directly. My telephone number is 985-703-4430. You can also hit me up on Facebook at James Cozy. You'll see me on there. And also you can actually email me at jamescozy.tcap@gmail.com.
Yeah, man. So y'all listen. This is Mr. Cozy, James Cozy, y'all, and like I said, he's great at what he do, and he's a beautiful soul, and definitely help y'all take y'all life to the next level, mentally and physically. So y'all know what it is, man. You know how it go. You gotta hit a hustle, see the hustle, speak the hustle. Peace.